and the ministers and all those that have been involved in the organization of this conference have come to attend primarily the Africa-US Business Forum, which is very important for the implementation of the Agenda 2063. As you know, the Agenda 2063 is a very comprehensive, very complicated and complex agenda that will take Africa to a more modern, resilient continent. And as such, having this public-private partnership is of critical importance. And it is for this reason that I came to attend this Africa-US Business Forum. And while in Morocco, I have been visiting and meeting ministers, various ministers, and right now the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And I would like to say that Morocco has a lot to offer to Africa in terms of the whole organization of the structure, but the way the administrative reform has taken place, and all the developments that are taking place in Morocco could be of utmost importance to Africa. But also Morocco can take advantage of the experiences of the rest of Africa, and therefore having that exchange will be of critical importance. One thing that we have in common, my vision for Auda Nepal, which is the agency that has been created by the heads of states and member states of the continent to execute, take implementation seriously and implement all pronunciations, declarations into programmatic framework and actionable program is of utmost importance. And therefore I was hearing from all the ministers that one of the most fundamental programs that they have and the focus that they have is on youth. And yes, certainly 60% of Africa's youth is a population that has been marginalized, that has not been taken, absolute advantage of. And we need to make sure that this youth is integrated within the socio-economic transformation processes. And as such, Auda Nepal, the African Union Development Agency, has already initiated a big program which we call the Fundamental Program, which is called actually, which is dubbed to be Energize Africa, by bringing the youthful energies and injecting them in all sectors, both in the public and the private sector, expanding the economies, but making also more and more stakeholders of the economy. As more and more people become stakeholders of the economy, we will protect the economy and we will grow the economy, and Africa can progress. And therefore, Morocco also shares this vision. We are having some heads of states and some countries that are going to launch this big program of the $1 billion program in New York. And Morocco has also joined the group. And this is in addition to Nigeria, to Congo-Brazzaville, to Equatorial Guinea, to Namibia, and now Morocco. All these countries will start together with the private sector, with their private sector entities, with captains of companies, to launch this big program in New York. And that will be, the launch will be on the 19th of September as a side event of the General Assembly. Morocco also agreed to help us in the establishment of what we call the development facility, project development facility, which is aimed at translating all pronunciations, declarations, and decisions of the AU in terms of actionable programs. The time has now come to act. We've been developing strategies, we've been developing policies, and now we have to put them into action. Actions that will impact people. And therefore, I think it's very important that we do that. The third thing, which is very critical and very important, which the minister said that he will support, is, the fund, the establishment of a fund for development. And this fund will be a supplementary fund to the peace fund that is already there. So I thank you very much, and I'm so glad that we have this collaboration with Morocco. Thank you very much.
On home. I did part of my studies here, and it's always a pleasure for me to come back. And the Gambia position when it comes to the territorial integrity of Morocco is very clear. And in line with that position, we were the first country to open a consulate in Dhahran. And we sincerely believe that the United Nations is the place where this problem should be solved, and we commend the efforts of the United Nations as the exclusive framework for achieving a political, realistic and practical and lasting solution to this regional dispute. And the Gambia support the Moroccan initiatives, which we consider to be the only solution to resolve once and for all this problem. And I'm also happy to inform you that we are working on a joint commission between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of the Gambia, which will be held in the very near future, to strengthen the already very strong bilateral relations between our two countries. So we wish Morocco all the success in this very important business forum, and our private sector is represented, and many other African government. I think this shows that Morocco is really a gateway towards Africa.
باش يوصلك جديد فيديوهات الأنباء تيفي تابونوا معنا في لاشين يوتيوب وفعلوا الجرس.